Okay, so my dad's favorite story to make fun of me anytime like I have a new girlfriend over. He talks about a story when I was in high school. He hasn't said it since we've been married, honey. He loves to tell a story about when I was in high school. Oh, wait. Get your shit together. Come on. My dad loves to tell a story. I was at Quantico Marine Base playing, sitting on the bench for a high school basketball game. Oh, shit. Hang on, I forgot something. I want to tell you about Brian McLean. All right? Brian McLean, that was the whole point I brought this other story up. Brian McLean was a guy in high school 2 years ahead of me that my dad always loved to say, why can't you be more like Brian McLean? And, I hated that guy. Brian McLean was captain of the football team, captain of the basketball team. So was I. Brian McLean was a good-looking guy, respectful, 4.0 student, captain of the football team. What my dad didn't know was that Brian McLean was a closet drug addict and womanizer. I, on the other hand, was very open about all of my addictions. I got fed up with it, both of my parents. Why can't you be more like Brian McLean? Why can't you be more like him? I finally said, you know what? Maybe his mom and dad had better parenting skills. I know, that was the part I almost didn't do because I'm going to watch this later. That's not going to be good. All right, so get your own show. Pay $200, pal. So anyhow, so I'm in high school, we go to Quantico Marine Base, and this guy, after the game, apparently my mouth got me into a little bit of trouble. This guy beat the ever-living shit out of me. I mean, beat the shit out of me. Something my dad kept telling me he couldn't wait. You know, this is going to happen one day. One of these guys is going to beat the shit out of you, and I can't wait. That's the only time I didn't disappoint him. But anyhow, he's always telling the story, and he's telling the story to my new bride. Well, it was like 14 years ago. And telling the story about me getting beat up, and my mom jumps to my defense because, after all, I am the baby disappointment. She said, Kevin always was a lover, not a fighter. My wife said, I could have sworn he was a fighter. That's right, me and my brothers carried this whole theme of disappointment into our marriages. I always call it the Elliott family inheritance. We're small, but we're quick. The first time I ever did that in front of my mom, she kind of had that look like, you get that from your dad's side of the family. He was going to hate this, dude. So, my middle brother, the competitive one, he, after hearing me say it a couple times, he said, I might be small, but I'm not quick. I'm like, you're bragging about that? I mean, you disappointed her for a long time? Not me. I get it over with during the commercials. True story. Ask her, she's here. I haven't told you yet. I asked her if she wanted to have a cigarette after sex one time, and she said, no thanks, I still have one lit. Tell him, honey. I'm not a pig though. I mean, after we have sex, I like, get up close and nuzzle by her ear and tell her those 3 special words. Honey, I'm sorry. Or maybe next time. When we first got together, my wife said, I like to talk when I have sex. Is that cool? I said, sure, that's fine, but you better get to the point quick. My whole life, people have told me, oh, you want to last longer, think about baseball. Think about working on cars. Hell, earlier, Brian Murray told me to think about fucking Rosie O'Donnell. No, okay? The average man, they've done studies, the average man thinks about sex every 6 seconds. That means I'm well above average, all right? I've spent most of my life, no matter what I'm doing, playing baseball, whatever, wishing I was having sex with a hot chick. Now I'm here having sex with a hot chick, and you want me to think about Rosie O'Donnell. Let's remember, we're trying to make it last, not scare the shit out of it. All right, I thought maybe I could build up my stamina This is where we get all dirty. So yeah, I thought I built up my stamina when I was younger. I figured if I jerked off enough, that would, help build. We're getting there. I figured if I jerked off enough, I could build up stamina. Yeah, that's why I did it. I'll tell you the truth of why I did it. I'm ADHD and I have impulse control issues. It's one of the reasons I don't hunt. I mean, can you imagine me out in the woods hunting? You leave me in the woods by myself for more than 10 or 15 minutes and nothing's happening, I'd be like... My friends would come to check on me in 20 minutes and find me asleep with my dick in my hand and one sock standing up in the corner. I don't do internet porn. What's that? I don't do internet porn. I have no moral objection. I'm not that good with a computer. I have tried it a couple times. The first time I tried it, this was back when we first got computers and it was dial-up. I don't have that fucking kind of time. I'm trying to clear my head and get on with the rest of my day, alright? I'm sitting there waiting and it's going... And afterwards you have that guilty feeling, or is that just us Catholics? I felt guilty afterwards. I felt like I just had phone sex with R2-D2 from Star Wars. I did try to get later. We got the high-speed modem. But see, when I was growing up, you just used a magazine. It was very simple. You set the magazine here. The worst thing that's going to happen, maybe the pages stick together later. They got audio. They got all kinds of stuff on this thing now. And you got the freaking monitor and keyboard and all this shit. I got so frazzled I ended up jerking off the mouse. I'll never forget the first time my wife caught me jerking off. Notice I said the first time. She opens up the shower door to ask me a question, and there I am going to... She looks at me, she said, "What the hell are you doing?" Now you gotta understand, my wife is very conservative. She said, "What the hell are you doing?" I looked her dead in the eye and said, "It's mine, I'll wash it as fast as I want to." Very conservative woman, she doesn't believe in, that, or she's not doing that, and no toys. Made the mistake one time of asking her if she wanted to have a threesome. She gave me that look. I mean, you men in the audience that have asked your wives that, that look. She just looked at me and she said, "I'm not enough for you. You've got to disappoint 2 women at the same time." I said, "Who said anything about 2 women?" All right, one last thing and I'll let y'all go. Thanks. It's the only time I don't disappoint women. My God.